What are the fees involved when buying a house as a first-time buyer? My name is Anthony from Bulk Mortgages, and if you want to find out more details about getting on a property ladder, don't forget to press like and subscribe to become educated about the house buying process. If you're a first-time buyer, you may be wondering, what do I need to save for my fees when I'm looking at buying my first house? Knowing what fees you need to save for when you're looking at buying your house massively helps you out, as it means you're not going to be stung at the final stage with not knowing how much extra you need to put down on top of your deposit. So what fees can you expect as a first-time buyer? Well, first of all, the first one isn't really a fee, but it's the most important part. It's having your deposit saved. And being a first-time buyer, there are lenders out there that need you to put down a bare minimum of a 5% deposit. However, if you have bad credit, having a bigger deposit would be essential, potentially up to 15%, depending on how bad the credit is. Also, the more of a deposit that you put down, for every extra 5% that you put down on the property, you tend to qualify for cheaper rates because you're seen as lower risk when it comes down to the lenders. Another fee that changes on a regular basis, depending on what rules the government have put in place, is stamp duty. If you're a first-time buyer and buy a property below the 425,000 threshold, you will not actually have to pay any stamp duty. Another fee that you would need to save for is your solicitor fee. So working with a good solicitor can make or break the entire process for you. And speaking to your friends or family members, if you've had any experience with people having nightmare experiences when buying a property, it has been down to a solicitor. To get a good solicitor, you need to budget in the region of about £1,800 to £2,000, depending on the kind of property that you're going to buy. For example, leasehold is more expensive than freehold, and also the value of the property that you're going to buy as well. A fee that you also need to save for is your valuation or survey fees. Most lenders give you a free basic mortgage valuation because it's mainly for their benefit. They want to make sure you've not paid too much for the property, and they want to make sure there's no major defects on the house. Most lenders will give you that free of charge. There are other lenders that can potentially charge you up to £500 for it. So it does vary depending on the lender you go with. For your own peace of mind, you can also get a home buyer's report. The home buyer's report usually costs in the region between £300 to £500 depending on the value of the property. And the home buyer's report will give you a traffic light system which breaks down different parts of the property and allows you to have a bit more of an in-depth understanding as to any issues that might need to be done going forward. So there are also other costs which not everybody needs to pay for, such as removals. You can potentially have friends and family that can help you out. If you're looking at getting a removals firm, you're looking at paying in the region of about £500. Some lenders also charge you a product fee. So product fees, you have a couple of options, usually in the region of £999. And what they tend to do, the lenders that have the product fees tend to offer you a lower interest rate, whereas the lenders with no product fee, the interest rate will be slightly higher. So this is where your mortgage broker will give you a bit of advice, find out your situation and see which would be the best product for yourself. But a lot of these fees can be added to the mortgage when it comes down to the mortgage product fees. The benefits for that is you haven't got to pay the money up front now, but the downside is you charge interest on that £999 over the course of the mortgage, which can potentially cost you more in the long run. So in conclusion, as a first-time home buyer, you are expected to pay your solicitor fees, you've got survey fees, stamp duty if you're buying a property over the 500,000 mark, and then you've got product fees when you're speaking to the lenders. But again, that can be added to the mortgage. My name's Anthony from Bulk Mortgages, and thank you for watching my video. Press like and subscribe if you want to find more details about the house buying process.